Hi, my name is Ranvijay. In this lecture, we will learn about JavaScript. We will go through a free codecamp website and we will browse through its JavaScript material. And we will cover basic JavaScript, ES6, regular expression, debugging, basic data structure, basic algorithm scripting, object-oriented programming, functional programming, intermediate algorithm scripting, and Java algorithm and data structure project. Let's jump into learning JavaScript now. So we will browse open free code campsite, and over there we will go through JavaScript materials. So the first section is basic JavaScript. In basic JavaScript, the first lecture is comment your JavaScript code. So in this pro in this problem, they have given us comments are line of the code that JavaScript will intentionally ignore. So normally in JavaScript, if we give double slash and write any line, my name is Ranvijay, so this line of code will not get executed. Or if you want to give multiple line of comments, then we can give a star slash star some. I am a web developer, and another line, I am also a YouTuber, and comment this out. So the first way, it's the single line commenting, and the second way is the multiple line commenting. So that is what in this problem it is asking us to do. So we need to execute this one. So in question they are asking us to do, try creating one of each type of comment. So we will execute this one now. Run the test. We can say we are able to pass this question. Let's submit this and move to the next challenge. Another problem we are getting, how can we declare a variables? So in JavaScript, if we want to declare a variable, we need to use a keyword var. After that, we need to give the name of the variable, my number. In JavaScript, it's dynamic type, so no need to define what is the type of data and what is the data type of this variable. Directly assign a value. If we are giving 5, then number 5 will get assigned to my number. Let's console this one. Console.log my number. Then we can see 5 is getting printed over here. Again, if we change my number to some other value, my number equal to, just give some string 5. Let's console this one now. My number. So here you can see we are not getting any error, as when you reassign a variable in JavaScript, its type gets changed automatically based upon what you are assigning it to. So like this, we can assign the any value to a variables. So in this challenge, what problem they are asking us to solve? Create a variable called our name. So we need to create a variable our name. So we will give the keyword var. Variable name is our name. In JavaScript, we end a statement with a semicolon. So it depends upon developer to developer. You can give a semicolon or you can skip the semicolon. It depends up to you. So we will give for this challenge we will give the semicolon. In JavaScript, we end a statement with semicolon. Variable name can be made up of number, letter, and dollar or underscore, but may not contain a space or start with a number. So what they are trying to say, if you're trying to declare a variable, then you can't start a variable name with any digit, just like this, my number. So this is not valid. So what they are trying to say is we can use alphabets in our variable name, letters, dollar sign, as well as underscore. So we can see numbers we can give in inside, not at the beginning. So this is okay. We can also provide a dollar, and we can also provide underscore. So this kind of declaration is okay. Let's console this one. So this declaration is fine by JavaScript compiler. Here in problem, use the var keyword to create a variable name my name. So let's comment this out and solve this problem. Var my name. Let's run it. You should declare my name the the var keyword ending with a semicolon. So they are asking us to terminate the line with a semicolon. Terminate a statement with a semicolon. So we will just provide the semicolon and then execute this one. So in this lecture, in this challenge, we have learned how to declare a variable. Let's move to the next challenge. In this challenge, we will learn storing values with assignment operator. So in the last lecture, we have learned how to declare variables. So variable was declared like this, var, and the variable name. In, in this lecture, we will assign some value with the help of equal to assignment, equal to operator. In this assignment, they are asking us to assign the value 7 to the variable a, and they are asking us to write the code after this line, only change code below this line. So we can just give a equal to 7. This is like assignment of some variable. Assign the content of a to variable b. Now they are asking us to assign the content of a to b. So we just need to do b equal to a. We can cross check this with the help of console. So we will just give console.log a comma b. So two variables we are separating with the help of comma. So the value of a is 7 by declaration of here, and value of b is getting replaced by this assignment. Data of a getting moved to b. Initial value of b was 2, but now value of b is 7, and same we can verify it over here by giving console.log. Let's run this challenge. We can see it's executing successfully. Let's move to the next challenge. In this challenge, we will learn initializing variable with the assignment operator. So initializing means give the var keyword, declare a variable my name, and assign some value. So assigning some value when we are declaring a variables. That's called initialization of the variables. In this case, or for this example, we have been asked define a variable a with var and initialize it to the value 9. So we will give var keyword, then name of the variable a equal to 9, and we can end the statement with the help of comma. Same, we can check what's the value of a getting assigned. So we can do console dot log and a. So here we can see 9 is getting printed out. No need to write this line. This line is just for confirming what the value of a is getting assigned, just for our sake. Run this program and we can see we are passing this case. Let's jump to the next challenge. In this challenge, we will learn understanding uninitialized variable. So uninitialized variable, that means we are just declaring the variable. So you can notice that these three variables has been declared, var a, var b, var c, but this has never been initialized. That means variable e, b and c are undefined till now. When we will do a equal to a plus 1, the thing is that a has not been assigned any value till now. So how can we get any data of a over here? So we will encounter undefined error. So let's run this one. Similarly for B and similarly for C. So since neither A, neither B, neither C was initialized earlier. So if you are not initializing any variable, then you can't assign some value to that one. Let's console A, B, C. Let's see what's the value of A, B and C. Console.log A, B, C. And you can see NaN, NaN and undefined string. So as I told earlier, if you are declaring any variable and not assigning any data to that variable, the default value get assigned is undefined. Same we can say about variables C, B and C. And what we are doing in line number 7, we are doing undefined plus 1. So whenever we do some arithmetic operation on not a number, the output will be not a number. NaN means not a number. Same response we will get with B, as we are doing arithmetic operation on undefined plus 5. So again we will get not a number. But in case of C, the initial value of C was undefined and we are concatenating it with the string literal. So what it does, undefined will get typecast to string and this concatenation will happen and this will print undefined since here is one extra space, so we will give one space over here, undefined space string. So this is what was going till now, and same we can see over here, not a number, not a number and undefined string, the value of a, b and c. In this program what they are asking us to do, initialize the three variable a, b and C with the value 5, 10 and IMA respectively, so that they will not be undefined. So now they are asking us to initialize this variable A with 5, B with 10 and C with a string literal, which is IMA. And now you can see the value of A. Now this is no longer undefined, so we will remove this one. Undefined, undefined. So here undefined got replaced with 5. So this will give you answer 6. Here B got reassigned with value 10, and here you will get 15. And in this case, this is IMA. IMA. And same value we can see over here. So here I am using single line of comments by giving double slash. Double commenting you can also do after any statement or in a independent line, just like over here independent line, or after any statement, means this statement, and then we are commenting and we are providing some logical statement what this line exactly does over here. Now execute this one and we see we have completed this challenge. Now moving to the next challenge. In this challenge we will learn understanding case sensitivity in variables. So JavaScript is case sensible. So let's say here we are defining a variable studly cap var, and another variable is proper camel case, and the third one is title case over. But when we are trying to reassign this variable with some value, we are not uh, keeping the same cases of the variables. So that's not okay with JavaScript compiler. So JavaScript is very strict with what type of case you are using in your variables. Even a single character changes its case, the whole variables get changed. That means we have two variables. So this variable and this variable are two different variables, not the same one. So we understood the behind the logic. Let's see what this challenge asking us to do. Modify the existing declaration and assignments so their names use camel case. Do not create any new variables. We have been asked not to create any variables. So what do I mean by camel case? Camel case means, let's say my name. Say a variable is my name. So you need to write my, and whenever any second word comes, give the first letter of the second word capital name. So this is called camel casing. In Pascal casing, what we do, even the first letter of the first word will be capital letter. So this is Pascal casing. So this is just for information. Now change this variable name in the camel casing format. So this will go studly stud cap is another variable, so C will remain capital and var is another, so var. The second variable is proper camel case. So this there is no wrong, there is nothing wrong with this one. But the third one, title case over, this is Pascal casing. We need to convert it into camel casing. And the same variables we need to use while reassignment. So we just need to change this one. Same goes with the proper camel casing and Studley cap var. And let's execute this one. So we are passing this challenge. Let's move to the next one. In this assignment, we will learn how can we add two numbers. So as simple as this one, where sum is equal to first number and second number, and we can check what's the value as being assigned to the variable sum. Console.log sum, and we can see 10 is being assigned over here. But these two are the hard-coded value. If you want to give, if you want to do summation over two variables, then how can we achieve that one? Then we need to create two variables where first number equal to 10, where second number equal to 5, where sum 1. So there are this sum 1 and this sum is two different variables because even the name is different, where sum 1 equal to first number plus second number, and we can check what's the value getting assigned over here. Console.log sum1, and we can see in the second console 15 is getting printed. Let's check it out, what the problem is being asked. Change the 0 so that the sum will be 20. They are asking us to change the value of 0 so that the sum is 20. So of course we need to change 0 to 10, such that 10 plus 10, so that sum value is 20. So same we can observe over here. Let's comment our own line of code and just stick with the challenge. Execute this one. And we pass this challenge. Let's move to the next challenge. Subtract one number from another with JavaScript. It's just like the sum. So subtract one number from another number will just work same as the addition. So in this challenge, they are asking us to change 0 so that difference is 12. To make the difference 12, we need to subtract it with 33, and we can console my difference over here. Difference, and we can execute this one. And we pass this challenge. Let's move to the next one. Multiply two number with JavaScript. It again works same as the previous assignment operators. Change 0 so that our product is 80. Then we need to multiply with 10. Console.log product, and run the test. We pass this challenge. Move to next one. Divide one number by another with JavaScript. Again the same thing. Change 0 so that quotient is equal to 2. So 66 divided by 33, then quotient will be 2. Again, console.log quotient and run the test. Let's move to next one. You can easily increment. So plus plus operator. So plus whenever, let's say we have declared a variable where my number equal to, declare a variable my number with some value 9, and when you give my number plus plus, that means you are incrementing this variable with 1. So if you print my number over here, you will get 10. My number spelling was wrong, so you will get 10 over here. So let's say what this challenge asking us to do. Change the code to make use of plus plus operator. So instead of my var plus 1, we can make use of plus plus. So this will be equivalent to my var equal to my var plus 1. Let's run this program. You shouldn't use the assignment operator. So this we need to comment it out. So instead of this line, we can also do my var plus plus. Then run the, should use the assignment, should not use assignment operator. So what this line telling? So we can say it's get executed. So just we need to do my var plus plus. Run this one and move to next challenge. Decrement. So decrement will again works on the same as the increment. In place of plus plus, we will do minus minus. And execute this one. Next challenge. Create decimal number with JavaScript. Create a variable my decimal. So we need to create a variable my decimal and give it a decimal value with a fraction part. Example 5.7. Let's give 6.1 and run it. That's good. Let's move to next challenge. Multiply two decimals. So this again work like any other assignment operator. Change 0.0 so that product is 5.0. So 5.0, so we need to multiply 2 with 2.5. So this will give us the product 5. Divide one decimal by another decimal. So change 0.0, so quotient is 2.2. So quotient is 2.2, so dividend should be 4.4. Let's run this one. Finding a remainder. So remainder can be found with the help of modulus operator. So var number is equal to 5. If you want to find remainder, find remainder equal to yeah, 5 equal to 1. So remainder can we find like 5 modulus 2. So we are expecting remainder as 1. So console dot log remainder. So we can say remainder is 1. So like with the help of modulus operator, we can get the remainder. In this assignment, set remainder equal to the remainder of 11 divided by 3. So we can give 11 modulus 3. So this will store the remainder by dividing 11 by 3. Let's run this one. So we completed this challenge. This video is getting longer, so we will meet back in part 2 of this video. To support my channel, please like and share my video and subscribe to my channel. That's all from my side. This is Tanvijay signing off. Thank you.